Evening. Here's the news at 9. First, the highlights. Omoaka Market Initiative opens across 5 divisions of Lagos State. Senate mourns, demands justice for slain soldiers. On the point scene, Israeli Prime Minister vows to defy allies on Rafah invasion. And in sport, Chelsea defeats Leicester City, qualifies for semi-final of FA Cup. Now the details. I am John Omoaka. Following the announcement made by the Lagos State government to open markets across different locations across the 5 divisions of the state, many residents troop out to make use of the opportunity. The initiative, tagged Omoaka, was born out of efforts of the state government to cushion the effects of current economic situation on residents by giving a 25% discount on some foodstuffs sold in the special markets similar to the Fresh Food Hub in Mushi. Our reporter, Raphael Jeremiel, who visited Oregon in Ikeja Access, reports that there was high level of compliance at the venue as Lagosians commended the Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration for the initiative.
Got everything cheaper price, and I'm very happy about it. Everything was very cheap. We appreciate to our Lagos State government, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. God will continue blessing him more and more and more.
Yes, it's a fantastic program. And everybody loved it. And people came out. We told them to come out and see what our governor is doing and what our president is doing. And people are happy with it and they are buying it. So may Almighty God continue to strengthen our governor, all the commissioners and the whole cabinet and our president to strengthen them more and more.
That time is okay. It's okay. I mean, the 25%, it's okay from looking at what is happening in the country. I think it's a good gesture from the governor, and it's something that is highly commendable.
Also, our reporter Sadiq Yusuf, who visited Agege Axis, reports that residents in Agege local government have called for more agricultural products to support the Omoaka initiative. Yusuf noted that members of public called on vendors to keep the time.
The government should try to improve on this and try to do more. If possible, if they can still reduce the price to ease the burden of the exorbitant price of goods among the citizens. So it will up, and so that the people will at least be a bit happy.
The program is not hectic. People are orderly, and it's just starting today. People are also trooping in, and many people have bought. You collect your voucher there, and you proceed to those stands there where people are buying bread, rice, gari, and the rest like that.
It will interest you to know that the Omoaka will help cushion the effects of economic crisis on citizens and help put smiles on the faces of residents as food prices are being slashed by 25%. Lagos State government has resolved to explore all avenues to reintroduce the issue of the 37 local council development areas, LCDAs, in the ongoing constitutional review process with a view to legalizing the council development areas. In a communique issued at the end of the 18th edition of the Executive Legislative Parley organized by the Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement with the theme, Engaging All for Inclusive Governance, Hands-on for a Greater Lagos Rising, the government stated that the need for collaboration between the Executive, National Assembly members representing the state and members of the state legislature in advocating for a special status for Lagos in the ongoing constitutional review. The government, in the communique signed by the Special Advisor, Office of Political, Legislative and Civic Engagement, Afolabi Tajuddin, stressed the need to create awareness and educate the citizenry on the importance and roles of each arm of government. A proposal was also made that there should be regular meetings of governor, members of the National Assembly representing Lagos State, and members of the Lagos State House of Assembly to foster robust relationship. The participants urged the state government to expedite action on the proposed establishment of a Lagos airline to enhance the economic prosperity of Lagos. The participants also urged the state government to put in place methods that will help to track out of school students before their initiation into social vices for reintegration. The Lagos State AIDS Control Agency, LSACA, in collaboration with the Local Health System Sustainability Project, LHSS, has organized a dynamic 2-day annual operational development plan workshop. The primary objective of the workshop was to develop a comprehensive annual operational plan that will serve as a roadmap for monitoring and evaluating the implementation of the 2021-2026 State HIV and AIDS Strategic Plan aligned with the National Strategic Framework. The strategic initiative aims to access the effectiveness of the state's HIV/AIDS response and ensure the efficient utilization of the agency's limited resources for targeted programs. Speaking at the event held in Lagos, the Chief Executive Officer, LSACA, Folake Animashaun, emphasized that the annual operational plan goes beyond mere documentation as it is a vital tool for facilitating the rigorous monitoring and evaluation of the state's progress in combating HIV/AIDS. Now to the rest of the stories. The Senate has condoled the military over the killing of the commanding officer of the 181 Battalion, 2 army majors and 13 soldiers. According to reports, some youths ambushed and killed 16 officers and men of the 181 Amphibious Battalion of the Nigerian Army on a peace mission to the Okwama community in Bomadi local government area of Delta on Thursday. Reacting to the incident, the chairman, Senate Committee on Nigerian Army, Abdulaziz Yahadua, condoled with the service chiefs over the loss of their men. Yahadua said the sacrifices made by the commanding officer, 3 officers, and 12 soldiers during this distressing incident shall forever be remembered. He noted that their bravery and commitment exemplify the highest virtue of patriotism, courage, and sacrifice, and their legacy will forever inspire the people. Also, human rights lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has urged the federal government to put an end to the reprisal attacks by soldiers of the Nigerian Army in the Okwama community of Ugeli South local government area, Delta State. Falana condemned the brutal killing of the soldiers, thereby calling for the immediate prosecution of the suspects who were arrested for their involvement in a crime. He also called on Delta State government to ensure that the murder suspects and arsonists among the civilians and soldiers are fished out and prosecuted to serve as a deterrent to other criminal elements in the society. Now to foreign news. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has reaffirmed its determination to launch an offensive in Rafah, defying international criticism. The city is crammed with some 1.5 million Palestinians from other parts of Gaza seeking refuge. His comments come as the German Chancellor on a Middle East trip restated its opposition to the plan. Netanyahu is due to meet German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, who is expected to repeat his warning against a Rafah operation later. Israel's plans have been heavily criticized by the international community, with the UN and US also warning that a full-scale assault in Rafah could be disastrous. Now sports. Chelsea's midfielder Kane Chukwuemeka rescued the team with a stoppage time strike that inspired a 4-2 win over 10-man Leicester in an FA Cup quarter-final thriller. Mauricio Pochettino's side were fortunate to survive a staring fight back from Championship promotion chasers Leicester amid a mustinous atmosphere at Stamford Bridge. Chukwuemeka netted in the closing minutes to save Chelsea from the embarrassment of being forced into extra time. Noni Madueke added Chelsea's force to ensure the angry fans who booed Pochettino in the second half were silenced, at least for now. For the 16th time in the last 8 years, the Blues have advanced to the last 4 in the FA Cup. And that's our news, but just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X, formerly Twitter, Traffic Radio 961. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration introduced the Lagos Economic Acceleration Program, LEAP, to reduce the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on small businesses? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Following the announcements made by the Lagos State Government to open markets across the different locations across the 5 divisions of the state, many residents troop out to make use of the opportunity. The Senate has condoled the military over the killing of a commanding officer of the 181 Battalion, 2 Army majors and 13 soldiers. We also told you that Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has reaffirmed his determination to launch an offensive in Rafah, defying international criticism. And in sport, Chelsea's midfielder Kani Chukwuemeka rescued the team with a stoppage time strike that inspired a 4-2 win over 10-man Leicester in an FA Cup quarter-final thriller. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening.